So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. One of the most eagerly awaited games in football. It never lets us down. He's found a way through. Balde made a surge from fullback. He's been... And another try!
It's been pretty high-tempo stuff from the off here, Peter. A good show of intent, I would say.
There will be a throw-in. That is ended up in no man's land. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Looking for the run.
I think Pavel Nedved's going to have a starring role here, Peter. Being two-footed, he can operate both as a traditional and as an inverted winger. So he always offers you that option, hugging the line or coming inside.
Very versatile, isn't he? Shot, surely! Goal! Argentina! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Argentina are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Argentina have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
He's beaten. Chance for a shot! Oh, it rattles them. That could... And he's following up! Oh, it's gone in! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
Speed of thought, efficiency of movement and certainty of outcome.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
And we have our very first corner. And that has been cleared. Owen! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
There's a certain aura about him today. Tremendous.
It's their second corner of the game. Tries to get it clear. Brazil are looking to go forward now. Nicely weighted ball. Isak! Isak! And that would have been some goal.
And you can see how the direct approach can work really well. Get yourself on the ball and give it a try.
João Cancelo, spread out to the left. Isak has it in a wide position. And a header! No, not the best of headers. Now it's Yamal, Onuachu. And it's De Bruyne. That's going wide left. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Owen. Oh, what? He's had a shot! He's keen, determined to have his say.
Argentina really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Corner number 3 coming up. Has to go back here. Takes a shot! And now a sudden chance to counter. João Cancelo. Now that looks a decent ball. Howson is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. He's shifting through the gears here. Goes for a shot! Oh, wonderful effort, all by himself.
Lamine Yamal can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
Good read, needed to be. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Space for him to turn and look. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
That appeared to be...
And the finish! Goal! Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Argentina leading now. And he cuts out the supply. And the referee has signalled for half-time. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football. And it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that 2-goal cushion early in the second half.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. Argentina are leading, but it is still delicately poised. It's 2-1. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Pass somewhat off target. Tries to play it through.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Argentina have the chance to go the other way. Looking for options for movement. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. He's getting hounded, really hounded. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Can he get it through? Now it's Yamal, and here's Stojkovic. Argentina do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Oh, he's having a shot! And a neat finish! And this is getting better and better. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Substitution.
Brazil can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
So the lead... Chance! We've got a goal! And they are dragging it back! Game on again! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
A shift in momentum, perhaps. Oh, shooting chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? He's picked his way through. Played into the box. Isak. And the through ball. He's in one-on-one. And the shot! And there's his goal! Again, we are level. What a contest!
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us.
And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger. That's the kind of thing that makes managers go crazy.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
And the frightening thing is, Peter, this isn't even a surprise. He thrives in these situations.
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue. Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it.
His towering header! Goal! Brazil! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Minimal lapse, maximum punishment. How that hurts.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
As if 3 weren't enough. This is nigh on utopian. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in. I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Not the most accurate pass. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Isak. Now it's De Bruyne. Isak wants to run onto this. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Now, can they get him away? A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Argentina are running out of time and out of options.
Well, I suppose they need something to break their way, Peter. Anything at this late stage.
The ball has bounced loose now.
Brazil really wanted that 2-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Picked out brilliantly. Livakovic breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Yamal. Lee Kang-in. Gerrard. Lobbed in behind. Looking to play him in. He's in plenty of space here. And after a brief check, the referee blows his whistle. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that.
എനിക്ക് കിട്ടിയിട്ടാണ് ഞാൻ വെറുതെ ഇട്ടത്.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, we're on the way. Yet another page in the history of this grand old rivalry. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct in providing a threat up front, we're bound to see something special, I hope.
Because we always have in the past.
Indeed.
De Bruyne. Now it's Villa, and he's being shifted off it. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Gerrard.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And here's Neymar. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now it's Forlan. He is through here. Now the delivery. Oh, important interception. Zanetti. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. It's Pedri. And it's Neymar. Picked out, and the shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
There's a certain aura about him today. Tremendous.
Brazil with the corner. They're first. Gabriel is there, and he can get that clear. Shot a goal! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Pedri actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Brazil have their second corner now. And now they can spring out of defence. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Now that looks a decent ball. And he's cut it out. Argentina, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Isak. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Mateus. Eto'o ventures forward. Engages and forces him off the ball. Now it's Pedri. The defence opting here for strength in numbers. Mateus. De Bruyne plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Zanetti. Zanetti made a surge from fullback, as it turned out unsuccessfully. It's not an especially good pass, that. Nedved is looking to influence the game from out wide. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Isak. That's a corner kick. Corner number 3 coming up. Argentina are looking to go forward now. Now it's Rashford. Guardiola. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Now, can they get him away? And he welcomes it in. He's free, he has decent chance! That was superb goalkeeping.
Villa clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Brazil get their fourth corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Forlan. Eto'o. Eto'o! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, what has happened here? Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Lovely, now then. All goes for a shot! Goal! Argentina! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Argentina penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch or 10.
The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Well, they're struggling to cope with a pacey dribble because they've not been at it as a team. I think the collective pressure needs to be better all round. Argentina really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Now it's Pedri. Khan. Oh, quick thinking by the keeper, he did well. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Neymar. Oh, this is a very good run. Driving through the middle. Great chance! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Neymar is offering a right smile there.
They're up to 5 corners now. They've played it short. Oh, nice touch. Not quite sure who got the final touch, but it will be another corner. The corner count is rising. That's 6. Neymar goes short. Forlan deals with that comfortably. Pedri. Nice bit of skill, and he's away.
2 added minutes has been
Oh, he's
indicated.
burst through.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
He's shifting through the gears here. In by Cancelo. He's having a pop! Oh, that is a fair try. And it's half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter. Be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum, and they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that.
Number 19.
Argentina can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. So straight into the second half.
Argentina definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill...
Could be danger here! Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Argentina come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
He's in plenty of space here. And it's De Bruyne. De Bruyne showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Rashford. He's through. It's Rashford! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Rashford just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
Just eases him off the ball. That's a throw. Intercepts the throw. That's well read. Oh, well played. Kept cool and dealt with it. So, what can they make of this? De Bruyne. Oh, easy pickings there. Argentina are ahead here by what is still the only goal. Oh, what's he done? Gerrard gets flagged offside. Oh, nicely intercepted. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Chiellini. Your impression so far, Jim?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
Zanetti. Argentina are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Pedri! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.
They're back in possession and ready to go again. There's the man who is effectively the team's security policy. Looking to play him in. Great ball, and he's in here. Neymar! I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Brazil really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Dani Olmo. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is 1-0. Oh, he's been caught napping! Khan breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball.
This is the time you need that pace.
And he's intervened well there. Pedri. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. And here's Isak. Now it's Forlan. He's got away. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. Chance for a shot! And yes, it's there! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Argentina are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
And that has left him in a heap. Looking for options for movement. Neymar finds himself offside. Now it's Rashford.
Well, they keep pressing like that as long as they can.
Rashford shapes to shoot! Chiellini.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And he's managed to get free.
That's going in strongly.
Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. And he is going into that little black book. Well, this is worrying. He is not the sort of player who tends to stay down.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Chiellini. And it's Pedri. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now it's Forlan. Oh, a gilt-edged chance! That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination. Gerrard! Just cruising! They are cruising! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
A case now of complete control.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Now it's Neymar. He's picked his way through. Can he finish? They want to be quick to... In he goes again! And that's a sharp finish! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
And that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
Brazil may be down, but not out just yet.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
And the shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
It's a lucky 7th corner. Zanetti. Nicked it back promptly. Neymar makes a move down the right. Now who's going to be first to this? And that is that. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved through the right balance of industry and inspiration. A really satisfying day's work. Gerrard claiming the Man of the Match award. And there is very little room for argument.
Please be reminded that drinking is only allowed.
Well, how will we look back on that?
Argentina really were great today. They
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, we're on the way. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
It's little surprise, Peter, that this fella Tonali gets compared to some real legends of the game. The style of play, even his appearance. Yes, he'll be the one expected to take up a deeper role and play make from back there. But I see him as having a lot more than that in his game. His positioning is key. He reads the game particularly well. He's headed for stardom.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Tonali kept his eye on it, and he's there. Lee Kang-in, and Hakimi, and the return pass. Gerrard, and he's decided to go for it. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Now it's Totti. Gerrard. Now it's Cavani. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Bergkamp. Well read, nice interception. Lee Kang-in. Totti can so cleverly bypass the press. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Now it's Neymar. Oh, perfectly measured that. He's picked... Oh, shooting chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? 30 minutes gone. Puskás. Rummenigge. Costa Curta.
Argentina are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Can he get on the end of this? Oh, well played, well sorted out. Now it's Neymar. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And that brings the first half to a close. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So, your views on the first half?
Well, at least the defence can look back on a job pretty well done so far, Peter. I think they've squeezed the play quite well and they've been relentless in their pressing. So the energy levels have looked good.
So, both teams... It's Cavani! Cavani! Brilliant! A finish of true class! Just as they wanted it, just when they wanted it. It was thrashed in, the crispest of hits.
Oh, that's a brilliant finish, Peter. Such a satisfying one from his perspective, knowing he hit it so beautifully.
The first breakthrough.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully. Argentina are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
And it's Bergkamp, and he's intervened well there. Lee Kang-in, pass somewhat off target. Argentina are leading here through the only goal of the game, scored early in the second half. 1-0 the score.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to...
Oh, he's all alone! Can he finish? And that's a sharp finish! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Argentina are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Cavani!
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save.
Now it's Puskas, and this is Bergkamp. Goes for a shot! Looking for options for movement.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Oh, super find. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Oh, cracking ball. And the shot! And that's a good finish. And they are dragging it back. Game on again. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing. Having the composure to score is another.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
That is ended up in no man's land. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him. Munich really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
And the ball is out of play. Poorly directed kick from the keeper. He's given it away. And this is Neymar. It's Neymar! And collective relief etched on the... And that will be the final act. Argentina proudly puff out their chests in victory. They know that was a battle. They know it could so easily have gone the other way. And they are clearly so happy to have won it.
With the owner of a blue
Cavani picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Argentina really were very impressive in the way they found pockets of space in those key areas. They were able to get the runners in, and that proved decisive.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me, and to wish you all a very good evening. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's away we go then. Well, 2002 was a great year in the career of Roberto Carlos. Brazil's fullback extraordinaire, top of the world with Brazil, top of Europe with his club, all in the space of a couple of months. You really could ask for no more.
Yeah, he had a big hand in both of those, although he made a bigger impression in the latter for his club. That decisive goal that came somewhat against the run of play, Peter, it's easy to forget he was actually the one who set that up.
He did, mind you. It was one of the greatest volleys ever, especially in view of the context and the occasion. Now it's Maradona. Lee Kang-in. Looking for the run. Neymar picks it up out wide. Pepe proves too strong, too smart. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Lee Kang-in! João Cancelo. He has found the way through. And no, he's seen through all of that. Pepe did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Nicely weighted ball. So it is still 0-0. Now it's Cavani. Lee Kang-in. And he is dashing away. Shapes to shoot! Off the post! And he nearly went all the way.
Well, such a fabulous run, and he was fully intent on rounding it off in some style. Great strength, wonderful skill, terrific balance, but he seems to have rushed the finish.
Chips it through. Well read, and the danger is averted. Gabriel. Lee Kang-in. Pepe kept his eye on it, and he's there. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. And here's Dembele. And the shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner. Oh, good climb! It's in! And there is your opener. Oh, great routine, put away just as they had practiced it.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Now it's Donadoni. Donadoni was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Yamal, this is a promising build-up. He's on it, can he get away? He's found a way through. Dembele. And the referee has blown for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Argentina currently behind by 1-0 at the break.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. We're on the move again.
Argentina really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Neymar. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Juve has found the net here, of course. Hakimi. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Dani Olmo can so cleverly bypass the press, and that could set him on his way. Livakovic claims comfortably.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Cavani. And he's quick to return it. No, that's been intercepted. Your impression so far, Jim?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably. Argentina really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And the pass is intercepted. Hakimi defending his court. And he shoots! It's a goal! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. So smooth, a signature finish.
Well, I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
And he's done it again, he's got his second. So that's two now without reply.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at...
Can he finish? And that is doing no harm at all.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Dani Olmo. Looking for options for movement. Dani Olmo!
Catanzaro,
He'll try from distance! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Maradona is fully aware of how important that could have been. Probably game, set and match. Argentina are certainly now looking like a sorry lot. They haven't got a proper defence or attack, for that matter.
Argentina can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. Maradona. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Yamal, skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And we're done. Argentina were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. That is simply not how you go about winning.